Hello and welcome, or welcome back. I am Zilla, and welcome to my stream, Ancient Gaming, where I play video games with ancient studies content and I talk about it. So today we are playing part 3 of my playthrough of The Pathless, a game by the same company who did Abzu, if you followed that stream, and a part of the team who were involved in like Journey and Flower. So a very sort of Zen exploration game sort of setting. Um, so takes inspiration from a lot of different ancient cultures around the world with a lot of different architectures and art styles and some interesting gameplay happening. Um, I am hoping that we're going to get back to Hades too at some point, but it looks like there are some things going on Saturdays right now. Um, so, uh, before we dive into today's episode, I am just going to give a quick recap to get us up to speed. Um, this isn't super spoilery. Really, the game is very chill, and the story is going to be pretty impactful no matter where you are in it. But if you do want to start from the beginning, you can always check out all of my streams. They do stay up on this channel for about a week, I think, and then also I put them all on my YouTube channel, Zilla's Athenaeum, along with all my other content. Something big coming soon there. So do check that out if you're interested. And if you are here in chat, please feel free to say hello. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, let's get chatting. Okay, so, to recap where we are playing a hunter, a lone figure who came to this island on a boat to try and take back an island for the light out of the darkness. We didn't really get much more of a detail than that at that point. Our hunter is garbed in what looks to be sort of Mongolian-influenced clothing, and if you're listening to this music, I don't remember if I mentioned this last time, there's a lot of Tuvan throat singing in it, which I adore, which is another Mongolian tradition. The art and architecture around is an interesting mix. We do have these sort of, to my eye, this looks sort of Mayan, the way that this phoenix, this god bird, is depicted. So we've come to this island that was clearly the center of some kind of, it's like the island of the gods, basically. So some sort of priesthood slash scholarship. Everybody here is dead except for the one who killed them all, the God Slayer. When we got here, there was this giant, brilliant god bird that was lying near death, and we revived it only to discover that the God Slayer has corrupted all of its god children, each of them controlling a larger part of the island. So we just sort of evaded this first one, which is named Cernos. It's a stag being, and going to have to try and purify the island of his corrupt influence. There's a floating island in the sky. You can see it in the illustration from the art just down below. That is where the God Slayer is hiding. Oh, also we have this eagle with us, who sort of follows us and helps with the corruption stuff. I don't 100% know what's going on at this point, just in terms of, like, what I'm meant to do. But we certainly have We seem to have found some kind of maybe a shrine to Cernos. You see these deer icons on the textiles. So for whatever reason, our eagle is capable of carrying us by the arm, and that doesn't hurt anybody. Don't worry about it. It's magic. Oh, there's water. Ew. There's a waterfall. So this is an updraft over part of the river. That red glow is probably some of the corruption, so we probably do want to get up there. Yeah, these banners, the style of them looks a little bit more medieval Europe heraldry than and like you can see it also here in the tiling. This art style looks a little bit more medieval Europe heraldry than it does Mesoamerican. Here we are. Okay, so we've got corruption protecting a thingamajig, a symbol of Cernos, it looks like. Yes, that's a deer head. Very similar to how the banners were. And we've got 2 buttons. So we can light one up, but we're going to need some kind of a weight for the other. Maybe that. Okay, so if we have our bird carry that weight, then how are we gonna get up there? We can jump pretty high, but not forever. Can't shoot that from here. That's not enough. So, wait, where did the weight go? Where'd you drop it? I have no idea where it went. I thought you were carrying that still. Did it go home? Yeah, okay. So... guess I'm meant to come this way. Ah. Well, here's something else. Bird lost the weight again, so I guess I'm not meant to come this way. But what have we found? Okay. I wonder if this is some kind of abstract marking for Cernos. Ah, but here we found the ghost of someone who was killed by the Godslayer. If the world burns and the land starves, I can still find peace in my own thoughts in this meditation garden. So this is some amount of meditation garden. So now these statues with holes in them, it appears that the holes are somehow a mark of godliness. Certainly the giant bird had one in her chest. I'm not really sure what we're looking at here. Somebody, a soldier's soul. We sought peace in these gardens so foolish. I've known peace and chaos. Only through chaos, glorious chaos, can true impactful change be made. I am ready for the Godslayer to bring this chaos. Okay, so maybe that's not such a... Why? So we have two very opposing views here. The serenity of the Isle of the Gods, or whatever you call this, and the chaos of the Godslayer. But why is that chaos appealing? We really haven't been given a reason. The gods don't seem, you know, like they're interfering in anything in particular. They're just there. Ironic to be trying to rescue gods on No King's Day. Okay, so back to our conundrum here. How to get this weight got to find a way to get it up this tower. Will you bring it inside? Yes. Okay. If you release it here... Can I have you go get it? Maybe? Oh, it's raining. Oh, I can have you go get it. How convenient. That was a lot less puzzly than I expected. Where's my burb? Come on, burb. Okay. Won't bring it upwards. We'll just stand down there with it. Unexpected. Oof. So I can bring it over. Alright. So does it need to be... It needs to start from that height, I guess? Nope. The weight is gone. There's not an obvious thing to do here. up that. We haven't lost it yet. Maybe. Oof. Ah. I fouled it. Mixed up my buttons. Well, I never claimed to be an expert gamer, I suppose. I just like gaming. That's really all you need, right? Okay, so let's maybe bring it a little closer. Put the weight here. And then if I jump glide... Now will you bring it to me? Yes, yes, yes. Good. No, 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 no! Oh, no. It's too heavy for it. Can't stay that far above the ground. I don't know how that works. The physics of that are kind of... Oh! Okay. You did bring it up. Alright, cool. So bring it over here. There we go. So, I've got one Cernos. What does one Cernos mean? I have no idea. Well, we had best go see what else is out there. We have this nice long, whatever it is, colonnade, certainly. So this colonnaded courtyard. What's that? Okay, so what are we getting from this building? So, we have, I mean, it's a beautiful courtyard, and this clearly was a land of much meditation. That eventually we'll probably want to shoot, or shoot through. Ah, yes. Some kind of target to open, presumably, this grate. Again, no one would ever build this kind of a thing to actually be used. So we have this outer courtyard, and what is this? Inside of a building. Oh, we have another sort of scriptorium. We have, oh, pots of ink. So they are writing here on the scrolls. Again, very oddly on the outside of things. And we have our new trick of shooting through things, which I suppose was sort of inevitable. That we can get a weight from there. So we've got a weight up button up here. What did that open? Doesn't look like it did anything by itself. Perhaps we will find it elsewhere. Ah. A target to shoot through. So that opened the grating to shoot through yet more things. I like these stone lanterns here. These remind me of lanterns that you see all around Japan, this style. So there's not actually... There doesn't appear to be any substance directly protecting the flame. But the stone is an insulating force, and it's designed a little bit like a temple roof to keep the rain off. So pass through all four from this angle, and now we have our next way forward. The color patterning has gotten a lot more intricate in this realm than it was down in just the mother's area, the mother eagle. So we have a lot more green and red in the same area. It's not just a patina. It was pointed out to me last time that I might say it wrong. I don't actually remember which one is correct. I've read it so often and I've heard it said both ways. So we've got a little bit of Japanese styling between the lanterns and these sort of fish scale patterns. We've got the Mongolian look of our character and the chanting. We've got this very straightforward brickwork that feels... I mean, it's not like bricks are unique to anywhere. But having the brick exposed like that feels very sort of frontier-ish and European to me. Usually it would be plastered or something. Oh, we found a repository of these scrolls, and they're actually rolled either they're blank or they're rolled the correct way so that the writing is on the inside. It's hard to tell. Probably they're blank papers actually, because they don't have scroll ends on them. So that's closed. We'll need a weight here to open it. Oh, we've got one of these buttons. Oh, we have some more poor scribes. Oh, interesting. These folks are not the monks with their magic vision. They don't have the robes of the seers. And they don't have the weird third eye device. So these people are definitely scribes of some sort, but they're not the monks, or whatever you choose to call them. So you have one of these odd button things. That gives us our our pass-through for up there, but we need 3 of them, is what it's saying. So there's another 2 buttons here, presumably to raise those 2. And somewhere around here, there will be a weight that we can use. Well, presumably 2 weights that we can use. It's interesting game design, right? Like, you can tell what you're going to need. You can tell how the puzzle is going to work. Or going to need to work, but it's actually a little bit difficult to imagine this as a real place. So here we have some very different iconography, right? Like, if you look at this golden stag as compared to the green stags on the columns or the black ones on the banners, it's a completely different style. It's hard to even call it a stag because it's got sort of a horse tail or something. A very long tail. It looks... Again, it does look like a style of medieval heraldry, but this is something a bit less unusual around the world. I wouldn't be surprised to see versions of this in different cultures. And this metal... very unlike, right, all of the stonework. It's very much like the metal used in, say, the buttons or the weights, which appears to have some magical properties. And unlike all of the other sort of images, inset images that we've seen, the items in front of it are not bowls that look like, or jars that look like they might have held offerings, but these are little statues of humanoids, possibly of monks. It's a little bit hard to tell. I can't zoom in as far as I can tell. But this bluish color is much more like the stone lanterns there. Like, that's what we're looking at. They also look very similar to those devices that we saw back when we got our magical headband. But they don't do anything. So what we have here is something that looks much more uniquely important to Cernos than we've found elsewhere. And it's interesting... Oh, there it is. There is a mirror of it on the other side. And one of our little people has fallen. Nothing particular to do with that. Let's see if we can find anything around the outside. We may be able to get up on top of this building. Okay, so we're on a cliff. Yes. So here we have some stags and a fairly straightforward way up, although not a realistic one. People can't really jump that high. But it does look like we might get an updraft out of this. Perhaps. If this scale pattern indicates that it might open later. So this is above where we were. And this is something we can walk through. Come on. Well, we found a secret, but it's not actually what I was looking for. I was hoping to find something that I could pick up. Die. I want to shoot through those things, but I can't. Okay, so... I guess I didn't check on the outside over here. But I don't have high hopes for the outside here. That's something that we can eventually get to, it looks like. I do wonder about the holes in the chests of the gods, right? Like, that's an unusual piece of iconography. Usually when there's a hole, it means something is missing or unfulfilled. So what that could be implying here, I'm not quite sure. Okay. Maybe I need to go up from the inside. Since it seems that even when everything was perfectly fine... Oh, hello. A dead monk here. Okay, so this was a monastery. If Elk does not see fit to save me, perhaps I'm not worthy of being saved. I bet Elk is another name from for Cernos, the horned stag. We talked last time about the names that they were given. And we have completed scrolls in here and busts of Cernos. And we do have a weight, although how we're to get it out, I haven't yet figured out. Oh, I have an idea. It doesn't last very long. If I can hold on to that while my eagle brings it up and out. Okay. There we go, that's something. Okay, so now I've got 2 weights. Come on, eagle. Bring it on down. Okay. Wait, that was only 2? happened to this one? Oh. I assumed that getting both of those. Oh. Apparently I need to do something with it at that height. Perhaps. Perhaps. No? Okay. So I can get this one correct, but I'm still clearly missing something. Like that giant upgrade, for instance. This is where I was. See something up there. This eagle is incredibly maneuverable. Oh, I see something over there. Oops. How do I get in here? Alright. So, dead scribes, or monks. By the moon's light, the elk sows the seeds of the forest. Okay, so I mean, we already knew that the stag was a forest god, but now we know a little bit more about its mythology. And we have a human form, a bipedal humaniform stag here, almost in the style of an Egyptian god, right? Like where you have the animal head and then the very blocky, the offering almost. The stance is very Egyptian relief style, and it seems to be sort of dropping trees out of its hands. And you can see the radiant tower over there, much like the ones that are currently, if I can, yeah, much like those ones that you can see radiating this dark energy. And here we have many, many more of these little statues, and we can see that they are the monks with the third eye over their faces. So what does this room give us other than that? Nothing that I can see. There's nothing particularly good here. We do have some Mother Phoenix, Mother Eagle banners in here as well. But I expected a bit more than that of a hidden space. Eagles hopping around inside the cage. How'd you get in there without me, huh? It's not like it opened. And that was where we found the weight. It's odd that that grate didn't lift, since we've already found it. It's not just that I don't see what to do next. It's... Ah. Here we go. Grab me a weight. Let's do this. So we've lifted that. What do we get out of it? Oh, a button. Excellent. And that solves my problem. Alright. Let's bring that weight back where it belongs. And let's see, did that raise everything high enough? One, two, three. Kablamo. So we've opened our way to this glowing diamond, which looks like some amount of upgrade, and it opens our path. But why? We could have gotten here before. We did practically get here before. We've been here. There's the meditation garden, the tower. Another fallen soldier, for whatever that means. Oops, wrong button. But what are we doing here? It clearly indicates this direction, but we've already seen the meditation garden. So what haven't we seen? Not quite enough to get us up there. Oh, what's that? That looks like a place we need to be. Ah. A new trick for our bird. A new light of a soul. Cannot be Cernos. It's fiery, abhorrent, and cruel. It crushed the hostile like paper. The tall one I spent my life worshipping never contained such cruelty. So the tall ones apparently are a name for the gods or the children of gods. Perhaps because of the way that they have those humaniform manifestations. I am very sorry, but I'm going to need to pause for a minute. I will be right back. Meanwhile, we can enjoy the lovely music, and I'll let you watch the idle screens. That'll probably be a little more fun. Oh, sorry about that. My sound was off. Whoops. Um, okay, so first of all, let's look at this hostel, which is very interesting. It's got this stela, which is a blessing for people who come from far away to worship Cernos. So this is a sort of pilgrimage isle where people are coming to worship the gods and give thanks for their gifts. But what I was saying, really, was I was musing about the different kinds of gods that people worship, because it isn't always, sort of authoritarian top down sort of things. Now, with the Abrahamic God, it very much is, right? Like you've got an all-powerful, all-knowing figure who demands worship um, and makes rules. And that's, I have to say, not a god that I've ever really been able to get behind. Not since I was about 10 when I stopped being a faithful person in terms of worship. It's just not my thing. I have trouble with the idea. Oh wow, look at these. Look at these decorative carvings. I wonder what they came off of. As the ruins around here, we can mostly see the ruins of colonnades, of bridges, of towers, of roads. These look almost like banisters of some kind, but there's nothing for them to have come off of, and you can see their little curls. They're sort of... We might have taken them for waves, except for knowing that this area is sacred to Cernos, the horned god, the stag, the tall one. Anyway, what I was getting at is, like, you can also have, and often do, something that we call sort of animistic gods, which comes from the Latin anima, the soul, the spirit. So, yes, animal also comes from that, but it's not talking about animal gods. It's talking about gods that are the spirit of nature, the spirit of things around you. So instead of being these, rule-making, life-reigning, authoritarian-style gods, you instead have, the world around you demanding respect and providing what nature provides. I think this is the road we came in on. I'm seeing bird shapes. But I really don't have a good understanding of this area. So I'm just kind of following the road, see where it leads. We have all these birds over here. Why are there so many birds in Cernos' realm? Fascinating. Left Cernos' realm? It's a little unclear to me where we are. I've left the road. Didn't mean to leave the road. up. So... Oh, hello. Perhaps I can place a Cernos here. Ah, yes. So, if I do that, I can cleanse one of the towers, and now it radiates light instead of that strange red-black energy. Much more like the original area, and we can see eagles around. So... what can we see from up here? We've got... something over there that looks like it might be another upgrade, whatever that currency is. We've got a shining... it almost looks like a stag's face, but I think it's just a tree. We've got the big angry blot, of course. Then we have another tower down there. So if we've only got the 2 Cernos towers, we've already got 2 Cernos icons, we should be able to clear that out. But I do want to go see what's over here first, now that I've got some kind of a view on the area. Oh, that's an interesting light. So there's a third Cernos that's protected by this stele. At these shrines we give offerings to great Cernos. In the morning we offer ablutions in the east. In the evening we give thanks in the west. So, 2 methods of regular worship. Ablutions, a ritual washing, a ritual cleansing, and offering thanks, probably prayers. So, how do we acquire this Cernos? I'm not sure. I wonder if that stela was... well, no, because we really don't get a lot of ideas of what we can do. Maybe we just have to push this button. Oh yeah, that was it. That's all. Alright then. Let's just see what's over here then. Probably the way we were meant to get up here. I was merely crossing the bridge when the Godslayer's terrible swath came through. Such power, such virulent evil, he is as sudden as he is inevitable. Inevitable? What does inevitable mean? I mean, this context... you know, it could just mean that he's hard to evade, right? Like, there's that literal sort of meaning. But it could also be saying something about the nature of power, the cycle of the gods, as it were. Come on. Okay. This is... tower like many others. Actually have a path in the back? Oh, it does. It's just... never resist throat singing. It's so good. It's such a unique sound. If you ever have the opportunity to hear it done live, I can't recommend it enough. It's just so stunning. Right, this is where I was. The Cernos. That's a different land. So, away to that side, I suppose. Not high enough. This is the tower we were at. Might as well glide down from it again. Let's see what is going on with this tree. There's so much here. I don't think we came this way. Clearly these towers were central. Oh, we have some more full human form statues with the classic 1 foot forward pose. The first Mother Eagle's children was the elk. In his branches he carried the seeds of the forest. The elk ran far and wide, tossing his heads, and where the seeds scattered rose plants of every kind, each flower, each blade of grass, each mighty pine, each patch of moss. All these the elk carried into the world. So not just the god of the forest, but the god of plants. And we have these much shorter archways, a totally different kind of structure than we've been seeing thus far. These aren't grand like a lot of the rest. These are lived in. This is a place of people. Cernos is in pain. As the tall one rise, our village crumbles. What curse can torment a god? So what can be done to save them? Oh hey! We have a wait. I'm not sure what for yet. probably take it with us, I suppose. So many dead villagers scattered about. Oh, interesting. You can see they're wearing, now that we can actually see their clothing a little better, again, sort of a, I mean, this could be Japanese or Chinese style clothing. It's a little bit elaborate, but it's mostly peasant wear. You have full skeletonization, unlike some places in this game. But in particular, I wanted to point out the hat. In Japan, this is called a kasa, which is also the word for umbrella. This is what they would do to keep the rain off their heads. So this was a village. This was a place that people lived. Like I was saying, this is a bit more human-sized. It's not meant so much for worship as for life. Although it's still a bit strange to my eyes. I'm not sure what all of this is doing here, but no matter. There's our unique lit up tree. Still haven't seen any sign of something to put the weight onto. A few more people about. Cruel poetry. All my years spent worshipping Cernos only for them to strike me down and my village with me. So Cernos is ungendered. Cernos is a them. Okay. So that. So this is where the weight was. Where is it going? What is it for? Here we see broken trees. In a plant god's realm, that's never a good sign, right? What's that? I can shoot. Ah. So this is an unlit torch, and I want to shoot it, I gather. Shoot through the fire to relight it. But what did that do? I'm not sure what that accomplished. Though it is lit now. Ah, there's more. Of course. Try to line up my shot. See if that will do. That will in fact do. Where's the next one? Is there a next one? Yes, here. Looks like I need to be down here to make it. It's difficult to tell if that's, well, that's not enough of an angle. That's not even registering. Guess I have to light it from up there. Is there something this way as well? Doesn't seem to be. Ah. So, a minor reward. Let's go see about that tree. Wait, we still didn't find a place for that weight. How strange. No, not I, Cernos. These others have not committed themselves to you, but I am your loyal servant. Spare me! This is very rigid authoritarian thinking, right? You know, somebody who's just decided that they're the most dedicated disciple of the god and they're worthy of being spared. It's not about you, bro. Oh, this is something. A chest. That's unusual. Okay, so this is a place for the weight. Now we just have to find it again. That's interesting. Something's still smoking under here. Whatever was buried was either incredibly recent, which seems unlikely, or this smoke is actually something quite dangerous and grim. Okay, there we are. Let's examine this chest. It's claw-footed. It's got either bird or dragon talons, right? You can see the little gleaming tips, but they're splayed. They're not, together. It's that same golden metal and blue-gray stone with a red rope with tassels. We really haven't seen a lot of rope or colored fabrics around. It's an intriguing design. So the claw feet remind me of a European design, but the top here, this handle that it has, is very Chinese. And the rope. And again, it's all about those light upgrades. So, not our main gameplay. I am gonna play just a smidge longer. Let's get to this bright tree. See what that is. And we'll take the last tower, I hope. Very bright, and lots of people around. Monstrous followers of his thought they wanted the seeds more. Our hope outstrips their zealotry. The difference is I was willing to die for my cause. How did they not understand this world cannot be made anew if it doesn't die? To recede it now, just as our work is reaching its conclusion, that they try to impede our journey to the one true path, they will fail. So we have a religious split here, and you can see two different types of uniform almost, of religious robe. So here are these Third Eye monks we've been seeing dead all along, and this must be a follower of the Godslayer. Apparently he has some idea of killing the world to begin it over. The designs are very interesting, right? They're both completely covered, and their hands are not quite skeletal, although maybe they're intended to be. The art does make it a little difficult to tell. The more traditional monk, the worshipper of Cernos, has, this design that we've been seeing, the very paneled robe work with wide belting, the sort of poofy pants. It's Chinese, maybe a little Persian with the pants. And then you get this guy, our follower of the Godslayer, and everything's closer in, right? Like the panels are smaller, the colors are cooler. Red is a lucky color of life and luck and chance in most East Asian cultures. And certainly our character is entirely covered in this bright red. But here we get sort of blue and silver colors and the pointy hat, and I can't see what his face is designed like, but we get these sort of the smaller belt, the lighter colors, but still like not so much as in like pastels, but as in dull and silver, where these fellows are green and red. And I think that is meant to look villainous. It reads to my eye as a, slightly more practical, but also slightly nicer colors. But I think it's meant to look washed out and ghost-like. If you've ever seen if you played the Zelda games and you've seen, the, what is his name? The villain of, Twilight Princess. I can't remember his name right now. But the design of this fellow reminds me a little of him. It's supposed to be this sort of, like, ghostly Twilight puppeteer uncanny thing. So we have some more monks. Even the act of planting saps my vigor. The Godslayer's curse is more powerful than I imagined. What evil will grow from the seed? Our tree is planted, but if only I had not had to see my brothers die along the way. Our sacrifice was worthwhile. This land will become pure much slower than it was made rotten, but it will return. Our work was not in vain. So, a healthy tree new planted among a withering land. And then we have, oh boy, a corrupted deer that I can apparently make whole. I have gained a second height boost by clearing this deer. Who knew? Absolutely worth our time going around that tree, as I somewhat suspected. What's this? It's another place to gather upgrades. Another fallen soldier. Forgive me, tall ones, I have failed you. The Godslayer lives. I leave my spirit to you now. Perhaps in dying here, this poor excuse for a warrior may be of some use to you yet. You see, he has a banner of Cernos. And we've got another... interesting. We've got another torch lighting problem. And... oh, this is the way we came in, isn't it? Huh. So... but we can move. I see. Oh. I see. So this is not a torch, but an arrow bender. What an odd device. I've lit 2 of them. I can definitely gift this. Yes, thank you, Zant. That's right. There we go. So, I've lit all 3 of them. What did that get me? Another chest, the same design. Oh, now here's an interesting rooftop. It's actually very hard to construct domes like this. You can see here that this is a seamless piece of rock. It's almost certainly constructed by a god. Not a human force. But, if you look at something like the Pantheon in Rome, you see that it is constructed of many very tightly shaped blocks that take a lot of engineering to make it work. Got yet another Cernos. takes 3 weights, presumably including myself. There's so much more here than I expected. Godslayer's curse attacks even dead trees. The library's scrolls have been here for generations, but their words twist and darken. The Godslayer goes and madness follows. That's fascinating. So now we know something about the scrolls, about the contents of the scrolls. It seems very... it seems very unlikely. So we need 1 weight to get through that. Presumably out of that we get a 2nd weight. Yes, you can see it. But we need to find 1 first. We keep coming at things backwards. Suppose that is the problem with not having a path. But oh look, a stella. Great Cernos is of the land and for it. Their trees give us air and shade and parchment. We commemorate this library. Oh, a library. Yes. Look at how beautiful this library would have once been. This great, impossible roof. So they connect the idea of trees and plants and Cernos with the idea of scroll of paper. So I was saying last time, I think, about how they seem to be using paper for scrolls when usually you would want parchment for scrolls and paper for books, but it's not unheard of. See, it's the same person I already saw. Nope. Power that this beast of a man possesses, how does his curse infect even these books, these pages? These tomes were my refuge. Ah, scholars. I understand them so deeply. It's an interesting phrasing, right? This beast of a man, when their gods are beast people themselves. Okay. Got a weight down there. Oops. And drop. Oh, alright then. I expected that to be harder. That's weight number 1. Which we can take over to get weight number 2. Oops, I missed. There we go. And so the more dogmatic and person like you make a god, the easier it is to misuse. And here we have a religious schism being called paths, and I think that may be our central conceit, is that without a religious path is the best way forward. another place. Another... Oh. My bird isn't happy. This place is cursed. Oh. Check it out. You can actually see the wall of the curse. And it took damage from being in there. Thankfully, I can just heal it by petting it. Pet the birdie. This is definitely not a wise thing to do. Okay. So I don't know what that's all about. I would like to... Well... No, let's go find out. Okay. I know. You're not gonna like this. Sorry, Burb. So we have these triple I representations of the God Slayer. But we can get rid of them. And here, these walls are being maintained by the devices I was mentioning. We saw the shape of the monks. So I don't have access to any of my powers in here, except for the third eye. But that might be okay. Presumably it's fine. So. We've lifted the curse. And now I need to pet my eagle clean again. Poor birdie. You put up with so much. There we go. So our Godslayer's power has been broken, but this is clearly a source, a place of strength for him. So it's been carved in his image. And when did he have time to do that exactly? Interesting this pose his hands are carved in, right? Like they're holding a ball of energy, Tai Chi style. Appear to be anything else specific over here. So back towards that tower I go and hope that it's only 2 that it takes to free Cernos. But if it is, then why have I got 4 Cernos heads? Oh, there we are. There's the way up. Let's see what you had to say. Down there, nestled in the trees, I can still see the prison where they freed the Pathfinder. The Pathfinder? That's a new one. So much blood was spilled that day. I hope for his followers' sakes that the one true path is worth the sacrifice. So that must be the Godslayer's name before. Ah, now I can see another tower in the distance. Perhaps two, even. And I guess I need to go around and find them all. But it is getting well on, and I think that I need to stop for the day. So I think that's a good place to call it. We have 3 additional Cernos icons. We've learned a lot about the civilization. And we have 2 relit towers. So I think we did pretty good. Thank you all for coming along on this journey with me. I hope you are enjoying it. We will resume next week, same time, same place, probably more Pathless. And then I think I have a week where I can't, and then we'll be back to Hades 2 if I understood what was happening correctly. So we'll see. I will keep you posted on socials as always when things are happening. Thank you so much for coming along, and hey, keep learning, friends.